Hello everybody, today I'm going to be reviewing The Immigrant, which is a film directed by James Gray, and it premiered at Cannes, I think, at the beginning of this year, and for some reason it just did not generate much buzz with the public and just wasn't very popular, kind of went under the radar. And I watched it a few days ago, and I'm here to tell you that it is a wonderful film. It's very, very underrated, and you gotta see it. It's one of those gems that when you're watching it at first on the surface, it seems like this very romanticized, melodramatic film, but it's a lot deeper than that. I see this film as being quite reminiscent of some of the films by Douglas Sirk from the 50s and 60s. It just has that very melodramatic feel that's borderline campy. At times, you kind of find yourself feeling maybe a little bit uncomfortable or almost wanting to laugh during some of the really bombastic emotional moments, but the complexity of the film is what really drew me in, and just the way that the characters were so pronounced, and the way that the film just is a symbol for the American dream and how people go about achieving it. And just what it says about the human condition to me was very disturbing, and it kind of shocks you. You don't really expect it as you're watching it. I mean, even the look of the film has kind of a Douglas Sirk feel to it, in that everything just has this kind of fantasy dreamlike look. It's just like the colors are just so overexposed, and it almost has like a sepia tone quality, and it's meant to be that way on purpose, I think. Definitely an artistic choice. But it's so just dreamlike to the point where it's off-putting. It just looks very faux. To me, this film is about why we try so hard to search for happiness and to find fulfillment in our lives, and how, you know, a lot of times we're rarely satisfied when we find this happiness, so we keep searching for it, and we often lose ourselves in the process of searching. The main character is played by Marion Cotillard, and she plays a Polish immigrant in the early 1900s. And in order to live in America, she goes through hell and back. She basically sells her soul in order to have this free life, this happiness, and she ends up working for Joaquin Phoenix's character as a prostitute. And I think Joaquin Phoenix, again, I think he's one of the greatest actors we have now, easily, and I think he's one of the most interesting characters in the film. And he is one of these guys who, you know that he's trying really hard to be charming, but he comes off as awkward, and he falls for her in a way, but he is so greedy, and he just can't express himself emotionally, so he is constantly using her. And it's kind of an interesting dynamic because he's so clenched and so angry, and it's hard for him to express himself emotionally. And then you have Jeremy Renner, who, honestly, this is, I think, one of the best performances I have ever seen him give. You know, one of them, I put it right up there with The Hurt Locker. He is fantastic in this film. He plays a magician who, again, that's a metaphor to me of, you know, about the appeal of the illusion versus real life. And he's also another character that falls in love with Marion Cotillard's character. Well, maybe not falls in love, but he's very taken by her, I'll just say. But he's also a very interesting character because you're not quite sure if he's really in love with her or if he just likes the idea of competition, the chase, and being against Joaquin Phoenix's character, who he doesn't really like that much. But honestly, I'm not even sure if Joaquin's character really does love Marion Cotillard, or is he just in love with the idea of her? And this is just my opinion. I certainly don't think she loves either of them. I think what she wants more than anything is to keep her sister safe. Her sister is in danger of being deported in the film. And I just think she just wants her independence, a search for a better life. The dynamic between the three characters, to me, it's what they all have in common is that they're all lost souls that are searching. You know, they're on this quest for happiness, and again, as I said, they're just losing themselves in it. The final shot of the movie does represent the layers within the characters and the loneliness in a way that is just breathtaking. It was one of those moments that I was so moved by. It just, to me, it completely just captures the essence of what the film is trying to say, just pitch perfectly. And, you know, there are a few times when you'll watch a movie and you'll just see an image, a shot that just takes your breath away. You know, this one definitely was one of them. I felt the same way that I did when I was watching a film like The Magnificent Ambersons, the Orson Welles film, that famous image where you see the silhouette of the woman's profile and then the generation of the young girl and the young boy on either side of her. And to me, that took my breath away. That's something I'll never forget. Another one would be like La Ventura by Antonioni, seeing the image of the wall and then the volcano on the other side. Images like that really stuck with me, and this is one of them, I think. It's powerful. This movie evoked very deep feelings for me, and I think that's something that I just really look for when I want to watch a great film. And it is over the top. It is almost sometimes laughable, and it seems like it would be something that you can't take that seriously as a work of art. But I think the juxtaposition of the darker, more profound moments with the melodrama is what makes it all the more effective. So if that sounds like something that you're into, you definitely should check it out. I don't know where it's available other than Netflix. I just know that that's where I saw it. And so if you have Netflix available, definitely check it out and let me know what you think about it. But anyway, that's my review. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, the link is below, and you can also look at my Facebook page as well. Link for that is there. And thank you all for listening.